Welcome to the official Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society's podcast. I'm your host, Barnaby, and you're listening to Whispers from the Dark. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Whispers from the Dark. I am your host, Barnaby, and we are out here in Rhinelander, Wisconsin at the Hodag Heritage Days Festival. And we are recording interviews with some of the people out here, and we have two special guests here with us today, and they are from a local paranormal investigation team. Just stalling time for you. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and your group and what you guys do.
My name is Stevie, and
my name is Tabitha.
We have the paranormal team up here in the Northwoods called Entity Ventures Paranormal. We call ourselves E.V.P for short.
We do a lot of investigating in Rhinelander because we're based out of Rhinelander, Bonacqua, but we've also traveled a lot in Wisconsin as well.
And out of Wisconsin.
Yes.
Cool. So how'd you guys get started?
We were on a team together formally, and then they kind of disbanded, so we decided to do our own thing. And we just kind of started doing stuff locally, and I don't know, it just kind of everything works up for us. Yeah, everything works out for us. It just kind of worked.
Yeah.
So
cool. We actually talked to Carrie and Ben Brunell, who guys got to go out with you a couple weeks ago from when we're recording this to investigate Eugene Shepard.
Yes, I went with them.
So how did that go?
It was fun. It was interesting. We did get a little bit here and there, so it was worth the trip.
Cool. Eugene Shepard, obviously, we're in Rhinelander. Eugene Shepard was the lumber baron that pretty much started the whole Rhinelander Hodag heritage thing here, and Ben was going out to his store and the gravesite and a couple other locations.
Yeah, we went to Eugene Shepard's old home, the Pines Estate, and we went to the Hodag Store. We went to the cemetery where he's buried, and here behind us right here we went to the museum.
Did you guys get anything good?
At the Hodag Store we had some little cat balls. We like to call them ghost balls though, because the ghosts kind of don't like to be known that they're playing with cat balls, cat toys. But we had those go off a little bit at the Hodag Store there. That was pretty cool.
Very cool. He said he had some stuff with his radio as well.
Oh, yeah. His radio kept on going on, and there would be static noise and stuff. And he said that's never happened before, so that was kind of cool.
Very cool. You guys get anything fun over here at the museum?
We did get a bunch of K2 meter hits and stuff. We actually investigated the museum here a couple times prior to that. We've always gotten excellent activity in there. We've gotten EVPs, millimeter hits. We've gotten it all here.
Cool. So where else have you guys investigated?
Here in Rhinelander, we've gone to CT's Deli, a lot of places downtown. The Rhinelander Cafe and Pub. We go there and we've been working with the business owners, and then we do there's a haunted Rhinelander pub crawl in the Halloween season. So we work with that, make a video. We do a lot with the public, an event we do at the current school with the public, and that's really cool because they get to, get involved, and they're all really excited. Yeah, because we're the only team in the area, a lot of the places that we go to haven't been investigated before. Right. So a lot of the stuff that we get is just really cool because no one. Yeah, it's like a clean slate everywhere we go to. There's nothing known. Whatever we get, that's the first we've known in all these places. So it's kind of cool. We get to kind of set the atmosphere of what's going on. Explore the places for the first time, just us. Yeah.
Cool. How long have you guys been a team?
I think started about 2018, 2019, one of those years. Yeah. And like I said, we've been really successful. It's like stuff falls in our lap all the time.
Yeah,
really, like we get really lucky with.
I actually won a trip to the Hinsdale house, so we investigated that for a whole weekend.
Yeah,
we
in
actually
New York.
lived in the house for a weekend, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. We just keep getting really lucky. Our plans just kind of fall together.
Yeah.
So, but
We go where we're meant to be.
yeah.
So do you do anything other than like the paranormal? Do you do any like the cryptids and stuff? Like we investigated Bigfoot up here in 2020. Did you guys hear any of that?
We are getting into it. We never did in the past, but we are getting slowly into it, more interested in that kind of thing.
I have this really childish fear of the woods at night. So I have a feeling that's going to hold me back a little bit. But
But not all the way.
yeah. And I mean, we've been doing a lot of research. And when we went to the Hinsdale house, they also used that as like an alien and cryptid research center because they're up in the mountains in New York. So there's a lot of research that's done there. So that was kind of the first time we really were like, maybe we should get into that, start doing more research on those.
Yeah.
That's really cool. From our perspective, we're Cryptids, Anomalies, Paranormal. We tie everything together and look, like each member of our team specializes in different areas. So that allows us to look at each phenomenon from all different points of view of interdimensional, UFO, cryptid, paranormal, and stuff. And when we do that, you start to find things that, connect the different phenomenon and lore and stories and stuff throughout history. Where you see like the woman in white is connected to Bigfoot, and the fairy lights and the balls of light are connected to the Fey realm and Bigfoot and the woman in white, and all this stuff kind of ties together, and it makes you wonder like why this stuff is connected. So it's definitely something to be interested in looking into.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that makes me want to get into that even more.
It's a lot of work and it hurts your head a lot of the time, let me tell you. A lot of sleepless nights going, why? Why? Yeah. And I don't know, like, how much you guys have delved into this. Personally, like, when we start, or when I get into a topic, I get to a certain point of researching it and thinking about it, and it's almost like everything's going to fall into place, and then something happens and it stops. And it almost like pushes back on you.
Yeah.
And then it, like, your whole brain just shuts off and like, oh, look, something shiny. And it will not make that final connection. It's really weird.
That's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to our world. So back to ghosts. What's the coolest thing that you guys have captured?
Oh,
Evidence-wise. I mean, I don't think you have one in a box or nothing.
that's hard. Yeah, no. We don't keep it on us.
Yeah.
Probably like orbs at Hinsdale House.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't had very many experiences with actual seeing like orbs and stuff, and they're kind of controversial, so we don't take that like to heart very much. But we saw some really bright orbs at Hinsdale House that makes me think like that's got to be something.
Yeah, we're not the kind of team that's like, oh, that dust could be an orb. Like that's a lot of people just like to assume that an orb's an orb. But the way that they were going like across the room and stuff, there was like intelligence to them, and they were corresponding with what we were doing with our equipment and stuff. So yeah, I mean that was really cool as far as visual evidence goes.
Yeah, it's not every day you get really great visual evidence. So that was probably a highlight for us.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You guys got any cool like EVPs or anything yet, or?
Tons.
Tons? Yeah. What's your favorite?
At Shakers in Milwaukee.
Oh.
We were sleeping, and we leave the recorder on while we're sleeping because you never know what you're going to get. And I went home and listened to it, and in the middle of the night, we hear a deep, deep, grumbly voice saying, "Get them out of here."
It was weird because we had talked about it, and we're like, yeah, we slept pretty good. Like, it wasn't a bad night.
We slept all night.
Nothing woke us up. Yeah.
And then we go home and we hear that along with bangings and footsteps.
Right, and you can hear it through my snoring, which is even crazier.
I was just going to say that. I was going to say, when we go places and investigate, we've investigated like Benham Inn and stuff, and it's like this haunted, it is a school, and they turned it into, you familiar with it?
No, but we've done a lot of schools.
It's a schoolhouse in Benham, Kentucky, and it got turned into this hotel, and we did an investigation there, and I left audio and video and stuff running all night and stuff. There's not much good evidence there because there's a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's hard to a lot of growling going on in that room.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Oh my gosh, disembodied growling. Yeah.
We get that a lot.
Yeah. 7 hours straight of it. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, this you could actually hear the words, so we know it's not snoring.
Yeah.
I believe you. I believe you.
I don't know if you guys have been to Shakers at all.
We have not yet.
In
No.
Milwaukee. That place is so cool. Like
Very haunted.
Yeah, we were invited, and we truly thought it was like a gimmicky place. You know,
definitely.
that's kind of what we were thinking with the ghost tour and everything.
It'll be a nice little vacation.
Yeah, we were just like, whatever, we'll go to Milwaukee.
We'll
Like,
go
that'll
have
be
fun.
Yeah,
Just-
but we were invited to stay in the penthouse suite. They have it as an Airbnb, and he had invited us there. And we stayed the night, and it was like, from when we got there and started investigating to when we stopped, like it was just ongoing. And with the divination rods, dowsing rods, just constant communication, emotions.
Yeah.
I got very emotional there.
Yeah, and that's rare too.
Yeah. Talking to the doctor on the second floor of the. Yeah, that was very emotional. I started crying. So it was very weird. But yeah, we got a lot of really good stuff there.
Yeah.
What's your favorite piece of equipment to use?
My millimeter
Tell me.
for me. Well,
Yeah.
besides the recorder. I mean, that's a given.
Yeah, that's a good one. The millimeter.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
when you hear that little noise that it makes, like,
The
something's there.
Yeah. It's always exciting. Plus, it's an easy way to communicate with just using the REM and stuff. So,
Yeah. Actually, the cat balls are kind of getting to be my new favorite.
I mean, we really get a lot with them.
Yeah, we do.
Especially in the current school.
Yeah, the schoolhouse right here. Yeah.
And they'll, yeah, we've had a lot of good luck with those.
Yeah, we actually sell those at like some of our conventions, but
Do you?
it wasn't a paranormal, so I just got the EMF meters out today. But yeah, we have a whole tote of ghost balls down there if you need more. Just saying. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, totally. That's a lot of fun. We've had a lot of good luck with the ghost balls and stuff too.
Yeah.
So.
And I love how you just called them a ghost ball.
Ghost balls.
Instead of
Ghost
cat
balls.
ball.
That's what they are. Yeah, ghost balls.
What else do you call them? Yeah. That's
Yeah, that's what they are.
yeah.
They're
right.
definitely
Do you
not
have
cat
do you have the
cat
little
balls.
ones, or do you get the really big ones?
Just the little ones.
Because they make big ones too.
Oh, big
Yeah,
balls.
like 3-inch ghost balls.
I got to hit up Amazon.
That's where I think that's where I found them. I was like, there's big ones, because you could get like a 4-pack or 2 big ones, and I was like,
Yeah, definitely.
We're
the
going to
big
have
ones.
to look into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also found out that if you try and replace the batteries in them, it's cheaper to buy brand new balls
yep.
than it is to
Yep.
buy the batteries.
Yes, I found that out.
Because I took one apart to fix the batteries in it and went, this isn't worth it. So
Yep.
I still have half a ball laying there now. So cool, guys. You guys said that you do like the ghost walks and stuff here in Rhinelander. Do you have any events coming up this fall and stuff that you want to talk about?
Well, we'll probably do the pub crawl again in October, but right now we're actually working with Carrie Bladorn on getting some events going in the museum here.
Very cool.
So that's
yeah.
our goal. And part of the proceeds would go to the museum, which is really important to us. Because this museum is incredible. Like, if you're in Rhinelander and you happen to be here, like, this museum is awesome. And Carrie puts a lot of work into it, and so do all of the other volunteers and workers. So, yeah. And we get a lot of good stuff here. So I think it's
Yeah.
a good place to go with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually, when we were filming for the Rhinelander stuff up here, the Bigfoot episodes and that, we actually went through the whole museum, and it just kept going. And, you know, the whole model railroad layout back here, and the
Yeah.
full-size train behind us today. And it's just a really nice aesthetic, too. I mean, looking back here, you got like a log cabin and the trains and, you know,
Yeah.
the schoolhouse. And it's a really cool museum, and it's Pioneer Park in Rhinelander, right downtown here. So that's where we are today, obviously.
Yeah.
Here, so.
Yeah, it's an awesome museum. And it's free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it has a gift shop, because who doesn't love gift shops?
Of course.
Well, you guys will have to let me know if you get stuff going on, because I know my team would love to come up and investigate here
Awesome.
with you and
Yeah,
check this out.
definitely.
I did not think of that as a possibility until you brought it up, so now I'll have to
Yeah.
talk to Carrie too.
Yeah. It's a really.
Guess
gonna-
what we're doing next month?
Awesome. I can't wait.
yeah, we'll have to do a co-group thing. That'd be kind of
Yes.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
that'd be
So,
awesome.
you can find us at wisconsincaps.com. Where can we find your stuff?
At facebook.com/Entity Ventures Paranormal.
Very cool. And we'll put that in the show notes for everyone listening, and so that people can follow along and stuff. Do you guys post like evidence and stuff there? or-
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Almost every time we do an investigation. We also have a YouTube channel that we put some stuff on. So
Yeah.
What's that?
Entity Ventures Parachannel.
Yeah.
I will find it and put it in the show notes, so we'll get to that too. One more time, nice and slow. The YouTube channel?
Oh, Entity Ventures Parachannel.
Entity Ventures Parachannel.
Parachannel, yep.
All right. Now I'll look that up when I review this. So. Yeah, what'd you say? Ma's making comments in the background here. My spelling, yeah, thanks. What else was I going to say? Oh, you have merchandise as well. Where can people find that?
On our Facebook page.
Facebook?
Yep.
Okay. I know you guys had t-shirts and hats and
Yeah.
a lot of other stuff. You have like crystals and...
Yeah, we sell stuff at booths and on our Facebook page to fund our trips that we do,
Yeah.
to fund
and,
all of our investigations.
the really cool thing is about 90% of it is handmade by Stevie. She does a lot of the work to make everything. We do the Oneida County Fair, and like today, this was an awesome opportunity, especially to meet people like you and all the other people who are
Yeah.
interested in what we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Oneida County Fair is our big one that we do.
When is that?
July 28th through
Do you thi-
31st.
I'm
this
actually
year.
the executive assistant of the Oneida County Fair, so.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. All right. Anything else that you guys want to add or promote or shout out?
No?
No, I think we're good. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm all about like promoting and cross promoting and sharing stuff. I mean, because people, want to know information and need help and stuff. And if I'm busy or can't get up here or something, I want the other teams. And likewise, if you guys have any information for me, and share it my way, especially if you find big hairy hominids in the woods,
Yeah.
you give me a call.
Oh yeah, we know who to talk to.
Definitely. All right, guys. Thanks for being on the show today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
thank
for
you so
inviting
much.
us.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest on Whispers from the Dark is Cryptid Comforts. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, I am Lisa of Cryptid Comforts, and I created the business a few years back, starting off with some cryptozoology-themed stuffed toys. That is my specialty. And from there, it has branched out, and I make all sorts of stuff now. I've got keychains, lanyards, pins, books. I just recently authored a children's book called Why So Sad Squonk, all about a sad little squonk who befriends a dog man, and his life has changed forever for the better.
So what got you into making little stuffed animals of cryptids?
Well, I used to just make stuffed animals in general, and then one day I was teaching at a summer discovery program in Portland, Oregon, and one of my friends suggested that I teach a class called Unicorns, Unicorns, Unicorns. And I was like, nah, maybe something with unicorns, but not that. I was like, unicorns, dragons, and Bigfoots, oh my! So I started planning for that class, which led me into some research, which led me into more research. And as you know, like Bigfoot's a gateway drug into other cryptids.
Very much.
And so I started going down the cryptozoology rabbit hole, and soon enough, my entire business changed, and I was just focused only on cryptids, and they took over my life, and this is now who I am.
Very interesting. So
Yeah.
so tell us a little bit about, you got a lot of little stuffed critters over here.
I do.
What
yes.
what are some ones that you got over there?
Well, my most recent ones that I've been really focused on this year have been the Squonk and the Dogman, because they're the central characters in my book. And so I actually illustrated the book from photos of Dogman and Squonk. So I take photos of the stuffies to create all my other work, but I also have Grafton Monster, Mothman, Sheep Squatch, Flatwoods Monster, Bigfoots and Yetis and Snallygasters and Frogmen and Hodags, of course. We are at the Hodag Festival today.
We are.
I've got aliens, all sorts of stuff. A Wapaloosie is one of the new ones I've done.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I'm starting on the Fearsome Creatures of the Lumberwoods book and slowly working my way through there. So there will be new ones of that coming in the future. Yeah.
Cool. So you mentioned you had a book.
I do.
Where can people find your book?
Well, right now I am selling at events in person. Pretty soon I will reopen my Etsy shop or get another shop up and going also. But you can always hit me up on Instagram before my shop is open, and that is Cryptid_Comforts. But while I'm on tour right now, my shop is temporarily kind of open and closed periodically, but they will be on my Etsy shop when I reopen that.
Very cool. Where else are you going to be this year? This will probably come out in the fall sometime. So.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. So at that point, I will have already done the Withville UFO Festival. That's in June. And then I do Cryptid Bash. That is in August. Then I've got the Mothman Festival. I've got the Van Meter Visitor Festival. I'm hoping to do Monster Day in Colorado, but I'm not sure yet. That one's still an unknown. So a few more this year.
You're going to be at CryptidCon?
I will not be at CryptidCon this year.
I was waiting for that one to come up, but it wasn't.
Nope, I'm actually not doing CryptidCon this year. It being in November, it's just a little tricky for me. So, yeah, if they move it back to like August, September, I'd be all on board to keep doing it because I really do love that event. But as long as it's going to stay in November, which I guess if they stay at that location, it's kind of, that's the date that they're locked in for. But I know they're looking at other potential locations. So hopefully in the future I can come back to CryptidCon because I have done it a few times and really love it.
I was going to say, weren't you there last year?
I was.
Yeah, we were there last year.
I
Yeah.
was there last year and I was there in 2019 as well. Yeah.
Cool. We will see you in Van Meter along with
Yeah.
Chad Lewis over here as well.
Right?
Yeah, that'll be
and
fun.
Ben of the Hodag Store will also be there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He follows us around too.
Yeah, and these folks down here are going to be there as well.
Cool.
Yeah, a lot of us are going to be at Van Meter.
Cool. So where are you actually out of then?
Okay, well, that's the complicated question. So I kind of live in Washington State, but I'm about to leave Washington State and move to Colorado, and we're like halfway through the process of moving, but my tour kind of made it impossible to finish that move. So I've got to, between dates, go back, sell a house, and all of that fun stuff, and get everything moved to Colorado, where my significant other already lives. And yeah, we've got a lot going on. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I was gonna ask something else. What is your, obviously I gotta ask what your favorite cryptid is, because you've researched so many, and you have, before we get to that, you gotta tell me about the last one that you said that you were working on. That was the Lumber Beast, right? The newest one that you said that you had?
Oh, I mean, I've got a couple that are in the works that I haven't put out yet.
Okay.
That will be coming from the book, The Fearsome Creatures of the Lumberwoods.
Okay.
So there's several awesome creatures in there.
Okay.
Because I'm moving to Colorado, I plan on doing the Slide Rock Bolter as probably the next one to come out. So, but it's going to be a couple months before that happens. So.
Do you have a Van Meter monster?
Oh yes, I
Okay.
do the Van Meter Visitor.
You didn't.
Of course.
You didn't say him.
I
So
know,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, if you're doing the festival, you gotta have
Oh
one.
yes, I have those, and I make a lot of those for the festival. So yeah, those sold out last year at the festival. So
And these are all handmade by you, right?
everything I do, yeah, all of my stuffies are handmade, and no two are ever identical because I hand draw each and every one of them.
Very cool. Very cool. And you have a lot of look like either 3D or printed stuff.
The
or
3D
little
printed
signs?
stuff, my dad actually makes those.
Okay.
So he takes my stuffies and then he designs the 3D badges and sometimes 3D creatures. Like I have the little squonk 3D creatures right now, and he designs all of those. So, yeah.
So I have heard of the squonk before, but I'm not really familiar with it. Can you tell people a little bit about like the history of it and what it is?
Absolutely. So the squonk, which
I feel
is
like this was going to be your favorite cryptid.
well, okay. So
let's do that. What's your favorite cryptid?
my favorite cryptid constantly changes, kind of depending on what I'm learning and what I'm focusing on, and it has been a very squonk-centric year for me, so I've actually dubbed it 2022 Year of the Squonk. So the squonk has definitely become my favorite, but the Grafton Monster also holds a very special place in my heart. So if the question were which cryptid would be your boyfriend, it would definitely be the Grafton Monster. But yeah, the squonk...
You're not going with Mothman?
No, I love the Mothman, but he's a little too flighty for me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, okay. Back to squonks. So yes, the squonk is featured in the Fearsome Creatures of the Lumberwoods book, and it is from the Hemlock Forest in Pennsylvania, and it is said that the squonk cries all the time because he's so ugly. And so, of course, my take on that is I need to write a children's book about this where the squonk learns some body positivity and a little, self-esteem boost. So he meets an awesome dog man. So after he's been bullied by some mean squirrels in the forest, a dog man finds him crying and shows some kindness and compassion and talks to him and really gets to the root of what's bothering him and lets him know that he is special and wonderful and exactly as he should be. And so they spend the day together playing and having a good time. And at the end of the book, I'm going to spoiler alert.
No.
Towards the end of the book, the squonk asks the dog man, does anyone ever make you feel bad? And the dog man starts to tear up. He's like, actually, yes. People think that I'm mean and I'm scary because I'm so big and hairy. And so that's how the squonk learns, well, everyone's feelings get hurt. Like, whether you're a little squonk or a big, fierce dog man, you're still going to get your feelings hurt at times. And it's how you handle it that's important.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. So obviously I'm staring at your hat and all the little crying squonks on your booth over here. But would it be kind of a fair assumption to be like, you know what a naked mole rat looks like?
Yes. Okay. So
it would kind of look like that crying.
Some similarities to the naked mole rat for sure. The way the skin's all wrinkled and weird. Others have compared it to like a Shar-Pei dog with the wrinkles. A lot of people here today thought it was a bulldog because the Hodag eats the bulldogs.
Yep.
So yeah, it's definitely gotten some comparisons to dogs, naked mole rats, and occasionally cats. I think just because the pointy ears on the 3D print one, people have said that they thought it was a cat. But yeah, so it's gotten some references to different strange animals.
I see you got another book over there. You have a Hodag book as well.
It's a coloring book.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done 2 coloring books now. I did the Huey Takes a Road Trip, the Hodag coloring book, it's actually a lot of photos of me and one of my stuffed Hodags went on cross-country journey last year. So I put him in a bunch of photos all over the country. Some of the images are places we didn't actually go, but that have a significant cryptid. So I decided to, create little images of him, like Churubusco, Indiana, where I want to go. And I might go on Monday, who knows. But where he meets the Beast of Busco there. So that one I didn't actually go there. I just took an image and created it from that. But most of the places we actually were.
That's cool. Wow.
So yeah, he's been on quite a journey. He lives on my dashboard. Yeah, his name is Huey, and he is my Hodag, road dag.
Nice, road dag.
Yeah,
That's
my
cool.
road dag.
Cool. There are so many Hodag puns and jokes I never knew existed until you start talking to Carrie and Ben.
Oh, yeah.
And
those guys are full of
just the pure Hodaggery of it.
Right? Oh yeah, lots of Hodag nonsense goes on around here, especially when you get to talking to Ben and Carrie.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
All right, well, it seems like things are kind of winding down here in Rhinelander for the day, so I'm going to let you get back to it.
All
and I
right.
appreciate your time.
Yeah,
tell
thanks
everybody,
for chatting.
Tell everybody again where we can find you.
Cryptidcomforts.com, or on Instagram, I'm cryptid_comforts. I think cryptidcomforts.com is just my link tree, so it should send you to all of my relevant sites.
Pretty cool. And I know Ben has some of your stuff in his store as well, the Hodags at least.
He has tons of my stuff now. He has branched out just from the Hodag, which was original. Now he's got all of them.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
That's
not
impressive.
all, but a lot. And Carrie actually also has some of my stuff at the museum.
Okay.
Actually, he's got to pick up an order. I got to find him.
Well, I will let you get to it then.
All right.
Thank you very much for coming on
Thank
today. And
you.
best of luck with all your travels and your,
Thanks.
your little crying squonk.
And I'll see you at Van Meter.
We'll see you there.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for this week from the Hodag Heritage Days here in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. I'm here with Ma. Ma, what did you think of today?
It was cool.
Yeah?
Bought a lot of stuff. Gonna buy some more.
What did you buy today?
Chad Lewis books.
How many Chad Lewis books?
Oh, we'll see.
I bought 2 Chad Lewis books today
Yeah.
on the Van Meter Visitor.
I have 2
Yeah,
so far.
so far. And what was the
3.
other one I bought? The
Or 3.
Lake Monsters of
I have 2.
Wisconsin.
Yes.
Very cool. Yeah.
I have his lumberjack book, and I have Mysterious Things in Wisconsin. I'm not sure. I gotta read it.
Cool. So we have we can look forward to hearing your reviews of these.
Oh, sure.
And you might hear reviews of these books before this episode airs because we do everything out of order. And this episode is being taped, recorded here in Rhinelander right now. It is May 25th right now, and this episode will probably air in September to help promote the Van Meter Visitor Festival and the
I might get some of them read by then.
Milwaukee Paracon. So we, CAPS, Cryptids, Anomalies of the Paranormal Society, and Whispers from the Dark, will be at the Michigan. No, we'll be there too. We will be at the Michigan Paracon in September as well. But we are going to be at Milwaukee Paracon in October with Goth Wisconsin. Boy, how do you say that every week? She's busy. We will be at Milwaukee Paracon with oh my gosh, her,
Goth
Taylor.
Wisconsin.
Thank you.
I'm still awake.
Yeah, we went out last night, and
We didn't go out.
we didn't go out. No, we were
We worked.
working last night. Yeah, we filmed a new episode for next season of Cryptids, Anomalies, and the Paranormal Society's YouTube page in a really cool old church. And it is now a current residence. And we got called in to investigate this private residence. And hopefully, depending on the evidence and stuff that we find, it should be in an episode coming out next year. So you guys can look forward to that. But we were out until 3 a.m. And we wrapped up filming that one at the investigation. And then we went... you went home, and I
Yeah.
went to my house a couple minutes
Got
away.
2 hours of sleep.
2 hours of sleep, got up at 5 a.m. and drove 3 hours to Rhinelander today. I was here at 7:45 in the morning,
Oh.
and the pancakes were not ready yet
was here at
because
8:20.
they were at 8. Yeah, you showed up a little later than me, but it's been a long day. It is now almost 4 o'clock, and I'm still going strong. You're not so much.
So much.
It was a good day here today. Chad Lewis gave a presentation, and then Carrie Bladorn gave a presentation. He was on our podcast a while ago talking about the Hodag. And as we're talking,
There's
Ben
a
Brunell
Hodag out walking around.
and the Hodag are doing random things over at a booth just down from us. I'm not sure what's going on. But I
Picture
definitely...
taking.
Yeah, I definitely want to give a big shout out to the city of Rhinelander and the what do you call it? The
There's the other one.
their photo shooting.
No, there's the other one.
Oh yes,
He's changed clothes.
Carrie Bladorn. And oh, they're coming this way. Hang on,
Hodag's been hung up in a tent.
we'll see if we can get him on the podcast
Two
here.
big horns there.
He's working his way down the line, so
Oh, yeah.
we'll get a photo in with him in a second here.
Where's
but
my root beer? Hurry up! I gotta go shopping at Chad's stand.
Yeah. But we want to thank the city of Rhinelander and Hodag Heritage Days for having this event and having us out here. Chad Lewis spoke, and Carrie Bladorn and myself. And there's probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12 vendors maybe. A couple food stands and reenactment and all kinds of stuff out here. And
There's some big hodags over there in the back of trucks.
yeah,
Did you see those?
Yep. The mayor of Rhinelander was
Big
here today
guys.
as well.
All
And,
3 TV stations are here too.
Yeah.
Not that you can watch it because this is a little late. But
The Hodag is still coming over. He's in the booth next to us, but
still hung up in a tent.
yeah, he's trying to make his way out of the
Between
tent
his
here.
ears and his horns, he's got problems.
Come here, Hodag. Come on the podcast. We wanna.
Yeah, like,
no,
those are
that's
gonna work.
not gonna fit on your head there, Hodag. Can't get the helmet on.
Can't get the
we wanna.
earphones.
How you doing? Good.
It's kind of a silent thing. Maybe
Ben, we
should
waited
let
for
the-
you.
Yes, let the
We
handler
waited for
speak.
you. We wanted to thank you personally for this event and for having us out here. You can't hear me? There, put your headphones on.
No, it's fine. We're good. Yeah, I can hear you just good. Yeah, thanks for coming up, man. It was a great day. I had fun listening to you speak. I caught a little bit of you talking up there. I got sidetracked with something, but yeah, great turnout here today. I'm
definitely.
more than thrilled for the second annual Hodag Heritage Festival. So
Definitely cool. We had Goth Sconson on our show with us today, and Chad Lewis. Great time out here. Both of them had a good time as well. So
did you catch the Gene Shepard reenactment?
I have not yet.
You didn't?
I have not yet.
I don't know if he's doing it again or not.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not sure.
He invited me to it right when I was going up on stage. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I haven't heard any other showtime, so I didn't get over there. But
There's
Things are
charts
being
someplace,
taken
but-
down over there.
Yeah, it's
Well, maybe it's taken down.
definitely a great turnout here today, better than I expected. So I'm very happy about that.
for the second year, this is pretty good. I was here last year as well with you guys. And
Yeah, last year was just like a little Kickstarter event, just a little feeler to see how the community responded to such event, and it was a good turnout for that small thing we had happening. So figure might as well pursue it and make it a full-blown Hodag festival.
definitely. Since I have you here, we said we were going to catch back up on your paranormal investigation. How'd that go?
Good. We caught a little evidence over at the store.
Remind everybody what we're doing or what you did.
Me and Carrie Bladorn went out with Stevie from E.V.P. on a little Gene Shepard ghost expedition.
Yep.
And, I think the spirit of Gene still is possibly hanging around Rhinelander here to this day. So we had a little bit of activity at the store, mostly between the store and the graveyard. Stevie's meters were going off, getting some good readings over there. I can't remember what they're called, but you probably know what they are.
EMFs.
EMFs,
Yeah.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So, and the radio at my store, the AM station frequency started going berserk while we were there, which I've never had happen. So it was a little odd. So maybe Gene playing a little prank on us? I don't know.
I feel like he'd be the type of guy that would come back, and I think he'd be really happy to see the way that everything's kind of endorsed his legacy and everything, and especially your store being like the hub of it, really, because it's your whole store.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope Gene would approve of how I've handled the Hodag, and some have called it a Hodag church. If the Hodag were to have a church, it would look like my store. So
You definitely have a lot of altars in there for him.
yes, for sure. So, well, hey, thanks for stopping here, Barnaby. I really appreciate you coming back for the second time.
Definitely.
Only
Thanks
one
for
of
having us.
the handful to be here 2 times. So
I'll be here next year too.
awesome. Did you have a good turnout here today at the booth?
We did. Really
Good,
had a really day.
good, excellent. Glad to hear that. So,
Cool.
well,
Real quick, where can people get your stuff online?
you can check out www.thehodagstore.com. Brand new website will be released in the next week or so, actually, with a lot more Hodagery information, knowledge, and social media activities on there.
Cool. And you had a new TikTok out too, right?
TikTok.
And a podcast. How's that going?
Yes, the Hodag Show podcast. Yes, good so far. So we've done 2 episodes. Plan to do about 1 a month. With me and Carrie's busy Hodag schedule, it's about all we think we can squeeze in. So, But a lot of people have been liking it. I've had a few people stop in the store, say they listen to it and they love it and they can't wait for the next one. So
Awesome. Sounds good, man.
yeah, for sure. We'll have you on there sometime soon in the near future. So me and Kay are going to have a little bit more fun by ourselves, and then we'll have some guests on there. So
Sounds great. I look forward to it, man.
awesome. Well, sounds good. Thanks again for coming, Barnaby.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
There you go. Heck yeah.
All right, guys.
I had when we were in Van Meter.
Hang on.
So yeah, put this back up.
Yeah, he's back.
One more thing here. Earlier when Barnaby was interrupting or podcasting here with Chad Lewis.
Yes.
I
Thank you, by the way.
I ran
We toasted
over
you.
and interrupted them with some Hodag root beers. This isn't the first time I've interrupted Chad with root beers during a podcast.
He said that, yeah.
Yes, that's the exact reason I saw him over here. I was like, I got to go interrupt him with Hodag root beer for the second time. So, yeah. So, but hey, thank you again for coming up here, and we'll see you later, Barnaby.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
you have a
thank
great day.
Yeah, I stopped. I seen him over here, and I stopped what I was doing. Gotta go.
All right, and the Hodag makes his way on as we're sitting here. All right, guys, and that is our show for this week. I want to thank you all for listening and invite you to come out and check out all of our events coming up. Again, we'll be at Van Meter Festival at the end of September. We are going to also be at Potographs for charity. That'll be the 17th of September, and that is in Ripon, Wisconsin. And Minnesota ParaUnityCon is at the end of September. And Milwaukee Paracon is going to be the 14th, 15th, 16th in Milwaukee. And that's what we got coming up in the next couple weeks here. And a Bean Snapper tour as well on September 18th. So go ahead and check all that out. And if you need any of these dates, they're all on our website under public events. All right, until next time, I'm your host, Barnaby.
I'm Ma.
We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Whispers from the Dark. To find out more about cryptids, anomalies, and the Paranormal Society, visit us at our website at wisconsincaps.com. That's wisconsincaps.com. There you can find links to all of our social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon. You will see links to our online store as well, where you can get t-shirts, DVDs, and more. If you click on the public events page, you can find out where you can meet us in person and all the public events we have coming up. If you enjoy our podcast or our YouTube shows, please consider becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/WisconsinCaps. There you can find behind-the-scenes pictures and videos from all of our media, as well as bonus footage and evidence that we have collected. If you have encountered something you can't explain, we want to hear from you. Visit our website and click on Submit a Report on our main screen. You can choose to leave your contact information or simply remain anonymous. You can also reach us via email at wisconsincaps@gmail.com. If you would like to be a guest on our show, please contact us on our Whispers from the Dark podcast page on Facebook, or send us an email at wisconsincaps.com. Remember to like, share, and subscribe wherever you listen or watch or find us.